guys, I'm here, also known as 8vinyllow, bringing you all another video. I hope that all of you are doing well, that you and your families are staying safe and staying healthy. All is well on my end, my family and me, we are good, we're safe, we're healthy. Can't ask for more during a time like this. Amid all of the craziness too, if you've been following me, and my more personal side of 8vinyllow, you know that I student taught in the fall and graduated with a teaching certificate to teach high school history in December. And amid all of the craziness happening in the world, for those of you who care if you do, I was offered and accepted a full-time teaching position starting in August to teach high school social studies. So my dream, my passion, something that I've wanted to do for as long as I can remember, is finally reality. And yeah, I'm so excited and just wanted to share that with you for those who have kind of been following that side of me. So yeah, so excited, so thankful, and I cannot wait to get going. I'm ready. But on top of that, that did remind me that I am going to be moving for that job. So if we're in contact and we exchange VCLT or whatever it is, and you would like that new information, just reach me on email or Instagram DMs or however we communicate so I can get that to you. So you're not sending something to whoever ends up here when I'm gone. Maybe it'll get them into vinyl, I'm not sure. But anyway, moving into the record portion of this vinyl channel video, couple things for this video. First thing, I received today a VCLT package in the mail. This is from Jeff Kempen. He had posted a Spin Zone video showing the first Chicago album, Chicago Transit Authority, and I had just mentioned that that was something that I was looking out for, that was on my want list, because I've really been getting into not just Chicago, the band, but I mean, I've always been into the Ides of March, the Buckingham, Shadows of Night, but I've been really digging into the more obscure bands from the Chicago garage rock scene of the mid-60s, like the Mods and the Delvettes and bands like that. And I've been getting so into them that I might end up doing a video on them in the future. So if what I just said, any of it, sounds interesting to you, let me know, and maybe I'll try to put something together in the future. But this package, he had said that he had an extra copy of Chicago Transit Authority and asked if I wanted it, and of course I said, yeah, if you're willing to send it my way, thank you so much. So that is what I am assuming is in here, so I'm just gonna open it up and show the camera. We do have a note in here, and it actually feels like there are a couple of albums in here. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take the sleeves off this one, and we have Chicago Transit Authority. There is another one in here though, so thank you, Jeff. You didn't have to do that. Or you didn't have to do this whole thing, but thank you. I appreciate it very much. I appreciate you. You're awesome. And I have something that's going your way very soon, so just gotta clean it. But Chicago Transit Authority, the first Chicago album, probably my favorite Chicago. Now, Chicago has such a large discography. However, this album just kicks butt, in my opinion, and blows the other ones out of the water. So, Chicago Transit Authority, Chicago's first album. Great stuff. Cannot wait to spin this. Thank you, Jeff. There's another one in here, so this was a surprise. We have... That is pretty artwork. I don't know this album, though. We have Atlanta Rhythm Section. Ooh, I'm assuming maybe Southern rock. This artwork is so pretty. I am not familiar with Atlanta Rhythm Section, but I'm assuming, like I said, just from looking kind of at the artwork and the name, that it's going to be kind of a Southern rock type thing, but if Jeff sends it, you know it's gonna be good. Very cool gatefold for those who like to see that. 1973. So yeah, I'm not familiar with this band or this record, but I am super excited to check it out. So thank you so much, Jeff, for these albums. And like I said, keep an eye out on your mail over the next week and a half. But we'll get to the note here. It says, "Hi Emma, I have a spare copy of the CTA album that you said was on your list. I cleaned it and play tested some of it and it sounds good. The cover is a little beat up. Sorry." You're fine. I also threw in an Atlanta Rhythm Section album that I thought you might like. Sorry about the ripped cover, but the records are in good shape. If you don't like it or want it, feel free to pass it on. Thank you for your friendship and keep the music spinning. Music is more important than ever these days. Take care, Jeff. That is so true. I'm going to read that part again. Music is more important than ever these days. So true. Keeps me sane. And I know I'm not the only one that music keeps sane. So, thank you so much, Jeff, for sending these my way. Super excited about the Chicago Transit Authority and also very excited to learn more about Atlanta Rhythm Section. So thank you again. All right, moving on to the vinyl update portion of this video. I have 3 records and a CD to show you all. First pickup is Brian Wilson presents Smile. This is the CD version, obviously, unless I grew giant hands. No. But I know there is a LP of this record. However, this CD version cost me $6, and the record, I think, the vinyl was like 100 or 150. So I am 100% fine with this copy. It's in great condition. And I just read Clapton's autobiography, and now I'm reading Brian Wilson's autobiography, and just really, really getting into and exploring more in depth the Beach Boys and their discography. So this was a must-have for the collection. I still need to get a bunch of Beach Boys records, and I also want to get Smile Sessions. The box set, the Smile Sessions box set, might be the way that I go, even though it's like $100, $150, but it's really cool, so I might save up for that. I don't really buy box sets, but that box set is one that really appeals to me. So might have to pull the trigger, save up, and get that one, but we'll see. Brian Wilson presents Smile. I don't need to get into this probably, but incredible. Should have came out when it was put together. All right, next here we have, I showed this in the quarantine tag video, but I also wanted to show it in the vinyl update video that I'm putting up. This is The Third Mind. Dave Alvin put together this supergroup with musicians from bands such as Cracker and Better Than Ezra and Counting Crows. And story goes that Dave Alvin was reading a biography about Miles Davis and was learning about the Bitches Brew sessions and how Miles Davis gathered a group of musicians, gave him a key, and then recorded for a couple days in that key and just kind of jammed and did a live recording, and that's kind of how that got put together. So that was something that appealed to Dave Alvin, and that's kind of the backstory about the origins of The Third Mind. I've seen this floating around the VC. I needed to pick it up, finally did. It is incredible. Bluesy, psyche, jam bandy type record. Great stuff. So this is the first edition copy that ended up coming with a poster, which I thought was really cool. I'm not gonna get into that. But yeah, so definitely worth picking up. If you've been eyeing this record and have been on the fence about it, grab it. It is awesome. All right, next one we have Long John Baldry, his solo album from 1971, It Ain't Easy. Long John Baldry is a British blues musician who is extremely underrated from that British blues scene, R&B underground scene from the mid to late 60s. He worked with Alexis Korner in Blues Incorporated. I mean, if you really think about it, all of these British blues artists that were in the underground R&B scene of the 60s, like Eric Clapton and Ginger Baker and Jack Bruce and John Baldry and John Mayall and Alexis Korner and Mick Jagger and Keith Richards and Ronnie Wood and Jeff Beck and all these musicians at some point or another were in a group with each other, just kind of bouncing around. But did stuff with Alexis Korner and everybody else. Had a band in 1966 called Bluesology that only lasted a little bit. But you know who was in that band? Reginald Dwight, who later became Elton John. So that's just a fun fact for you all, if you enjoy Elton John. But out of all of the musicians in that scene, Baldry is extremely underrated. Doesn't get the credit that he deserves from that scene. So, fantastic solo record by Long John Baldry. Okay, last but not least, we have an album from 2015. This is James Bay, Chaos and the Calm. And I remember when this album first came out, I listened to this nonstop. On first listen, I fell in love with it. James Bay is a musician from England, and this song has elements of everything in it. Pop, rock, folk, Americana, indie, alternative, like I said, a little bit of everything. The hit song off of this record is Hold Back the River. So I'm sure if you've listened to the radio around the year 2015 that you've heard that song at some point. Great song. But this whole album is incredible. There is not a single filler bad track from this album. This entire thing is amazing. So if you're into pop rock, indie, folk, Americana, all those things blended together into one, creating this masterpiece of a record, check it out. And if you have no idea what I just said or know what kind of sound could come out of all of those things together, check this out, because then you'll figure it out. But it is an amazing album, and I 100% recommend it. It gets an 8vinyllow stamp of approval. But like I said, I played this like crazy. Has a nice gatefold. I played this like crazy when it first came out in 2015, and now I'm excited to have a copy on wax. All right, so that is all I have for this video, guys. Hope you enjoyed the mini update. Jeff, thank you so much again for sending those records my way. Very excited to play them. And like I said, stay healthy, stay safe, and I'll see you all for my next video. Bye, guys.